have to do this in two parts since the camera stopped. So, incandescent lamps like the one shown here produce light by passing electric current through a filament. Incandescent lamps are very inefficient and have been phased out of production as of January 2004. Even though you can still buy them, the way that the code reads is they still make them, and I think it's you can't have any more than 100 watts. It has to be less than 100 watts. And then that filament right there, what that does is actually that vibrates back and forth. That's what causes the electricity to actually light that up. I will tell you that that element in a light bulb is 3,000 degrees. So, I mean, that is how hot lights can get, and that's also why some light bulbs can actually start fires. Sorry for the camera moving so much. All right, think about it. Energy consumed by incandescent lamps. How much of the energy consumed by incandescent lamp is dissipated as heat? I'm sure you guys ever touch those lamps. They're extremely hot. There are multiple different style incandescent lamp shades. All the way from flood bulbs to par bulbs, compact bulbs, pin bulbs. There's an A type, which is this normal base. That's a normal, well, that might be a medium base, but these ones up here. So those will be a A19 base. That's a candelabra base. That might be a mogul base. Those are special pin bases that you see. Same with those. Those are usually halogen. Relationship of rated lamp voltage to watts, lumens, and lamp life. The supply voltage has a significant impact on the incandescent lamp life. The lamp wattage indicates how much energy the lamp consumes to produce its rated light output. Lumens are a measure of the light output. The greater the number of lumens, the brighter the light. So if you just look at your scale, percent of rated volts, so percentage lumens, watts, and life. So a 300 watt doesn't last as long as a 100 watt will. Okay. Basic tungsten halogen design. Halogen lamps are more efficient than incandescent lamps and also have a greater service life and improved quality. That's not always true. However, halogen lamps burn out and produce more ultraviolet radiation than other lamps. Burn hot. Burn out, but they also burn out a lot. Depends on the style of lamp. So, tungsten atoms combined with halogen atoms makes halogen atom. Tungsten atoms evaporate from filament. Tungsten halogen compound redeposits tungsten on filament and releases free halogen. Light emitting diode LED lamps, they don't really burn out. LED lamps are very efficient, generate very little heat, and have long lifespans. They still do produce heat. Various semiconductor materials are used in LEDs to produce different colors. Provide the low voltage power supplies for LED lamps. So on a normal lamp, it's 120 volts. On a LED, it's 120 volts going in, going down to a transformer, which we just talked about, changes it to 12 volts. So RGB are the colors of the LEDs you need that will give you any color you want. So I'm sure you guys heard of RGB lights. Those are lights that are programmed to different colors. Path and stair step lighting, exit lights, screens, TVs, the LED TVs, they're actually light emitting diodes. That's how you get your picture and even traffic signals. You see more cars coming out with LED lights. You see everything going LED lights. Architectural LEDs and SSLs. Changing color RGB LEDs use dimmable drivers or color sequences for specific effects lighting. Fixed color LEDs can be used on existing fixtures. Solid state lighting, SSL, can produce high and ultra high brightness LED lights. So we have an LED flame tip bulb, an LED glow bulb, and then just another type of glow bulb for LED. They used to were doing the compact fluorescence or the twirly Qs, and just because of the technology and the mercury and trying to get rid of those when LEDs come out, which was only like 5 years after the compact fluorescence were pretty much already a dead bulb. Basic fluorescent lamp. Fluorescent lamps are low-pressure mercury discharge lamps. They offer high efficiency and are available in an increasing variety of shapes and sizes. Again, fluorescent lamps are a thing of the past. Everything is going to LED. There are a gas-based lamp, and they actually have mercury in them. And the mercury is actually what lights up the lamp. Typical fluorescent lamps, there's a U shape, there's a T8, a circle fluorescent, and a T12. The T12 is the really big. They actually have a T5 too, and the T5 is really small. Fluorescent lamps are required a high voltage surge to establish an arc in the mercury vapor and the ballast to regulate the current flow through the lamp. There are 3 classes of fluorescent lamps: preheat, rapid start, and instant start. So the preheat ones are the ones that you turn them on and they warm up. Rapid start, they warm up faster, but instant start is they're already at their full potential the minute you turn on the switch. Called high output. Compact fluorescent lamps, pretty much a thing of the past. 2 different styles: classic bulb shaped fluorescent, spiral compact fluorescent. Compact fluorescent lamps fits into standard screw-in lamp sockets and are currently the most popular replacement lamp for incandescent lamps and all types of lighting fixtures. That was until LEDs, so obviously this book's a little bit old. However, LED lamps are rapidly gaining popularity. So if you look down here, if you look at the electro lighting, this was in 2017 is when this book was actually rewrote. So they probably are going to rewrite the book, and you will see less fluorescence. Typical fluorescent lamp holders. Lamp holders are available with various pin configurations to allow for various spacings and mounting methods to fixtures. So these are bi-pins. Slide in and screw out, so you know where you twist the fluorescent to get into the socket. This is just this is a high output, and this is the one that the minute you turn the switch on, the lamp's at its high intensity already, and this is just what's called a single pin. High intensity discharge HID lights. High intensity discharge lights provide both long life and high efficiency. Again, thing of the past with LEDs. They are similar to fluorescent lamps that they produce light by exciting gases in a pressurized bulb. They still have them. You'll still see them. But if you go to the stores or if you go to any of the parking lots, the street lights that you start to see change on the roads, if you look, you can tell the difference when one's an LED. It'll be really bright and have a little bunch of diodes, and they're switching those all over right now. So, I mean, light bulbs are a thing of the past. They really are. Everything is going to LED. Basic metal halide bulbs. The problem is fixtures are still out there that require these bulbs, so they still have to make them. Metal halide lamps combine mercury and metal halide atoms under high pressure. Metal halide lamps can present a fire or explosion hazard if the arc tube is ruptured and must protect with a containment barrier or protective socket. Color temperature rendering and color temperature characteristics. So this should be in your book. I'll turn this around a little bit. And, low initial coat, incandescent, halogen, fluorescent, light emitting, metal halide, high pressure sodium. Gives you just the different types of advantages and disadvantages. Again, LED is the advantage. Everything's going LED. So unless you have some old lights that you need to replace the bulb. The color rendering index, CRI, is a scale that indicates how much natural objects appear under artificial light. It ranges from 0, least natural, to 100, most natural. They say high pressure sodium, which is kind of a yellow light, is supposed to be your sunlight type fixture. Lamps are also rated in color temperature in kelvins, which I think we talked about that before. 3,000 is warm, 3,500 is moderate, 4,100 is above cool, and 5,000 is supposed to be natural light. 5,000 watt is the really bluish light. So now we're going to wrap that up, and that's all we're going to do on the PowerPoint at this time. If you have any questions, please let me know. And guys, have a good day.